Now, of course, we just think she was the perfect daughter. For my birthday every year, she would produce a play. She would write the play and direct it, and I think you even got a part one year.
Yes, I was the only one who was only adult.
And every year she would produce that play on my birthday.
He was special. And she was the best teacher ever. She was so good at what she did. She taught first grade.
I really admired her as a parent. She had a way of letting the kids know when they were doing something that she didn't appreciate without actually raising her voice or losing her temper, which is a skill, that I haven't learned yet. As busy as she was with her teaching and her church activities and caring for her husband, she made sure that she spent time individually with each of the kids so that each one of them knew that, they were special to her. The kids had been here at our house all day. I was just out in front of the house, and she pulled up in her van, and the kids piled into the van, and I just waved to her and said, "Hi, Michelle," and she was like, "Hi, Dad." That was the last time I saw her. Scott came into the house with his shotgun. They struggled. She screamed for the kids to call 911 and to get out of the house, which they all did, thankfully, safely. He shot her, and she ran. She got out of the house, but he shot her again, and that was the fatal shot on the front lawn. And then he turned the gun on himself. We didn't, certainly at the time that this happened, think that she might be in any physical danger, and to our knowledge, he never laid a hand on her until that night. After you've had the wake and the funeral and people drift back into their own lives, you're still left with this tremendous change that's taken place in your life. And in our case, that meant raising 3 children who had serious needs because of what happened. They had to live with the trauma, and it changes the rest of your life, and it changes you. The 3 of them formed a really close bond and really supported each other tremendously.
Yeah, they're very close.
Yeah. Through my work at the Center for Hope and Safety, I've come to learn a lot more about domestic abuse or intimate partner abuse. Prior to losing Michelle and becoming involved with Center for Hope and Safety, we had a very limited, some might say naive, understanding of the many facets of domestic violence. When we talk to people about this, we just really try to tell them that it's not just the physical abuse that we so often relate to domestic violence. That's why I don't even like the term domestic violence, because it connotes all of that. I prefer domestic abuse, because abuse can be psychological, financial, controlling, you name it.
I think every time we talk about it, we hope someone hears something that might help either them or someone in their family or a friend if they need help to get that help.
We hope that it raises awareness, that people understand that, it's a lot more common than you think, and try to remove some of the stigma from the whole idea of being in an abusive relationship. And that's what the Center for Hope and Safety is about, helping people get back on the road to recovery, to survivorship.